Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the. This is your. What are we doing? We're doing your July bonus reading, is what we're doing. You have this card. It says a new romantic cycle begins. You also have this card that says don't let your past hold you back. So there you go. If you're looking for love, I would definitely say, let go of that past story because there's clearly something new that wants to come in for you that could be a lot better. As I've said to you before, it's like every time I say this, it's really funny because it's like I can hear you saying in my head, I don't want love. So it's like some of you clearly do not want a person, and or you're saying you don't. And I like if you truly don't, then obviously I'm not telling you what to do. But some of you, it's like you might be saying that you don't, but I don't know. It's like sometimes you can say you don't want something, but then something really good comes along and you might change your mind. So I do feel that, again, some of you here are probably going to be I'm like, are you kidding me? In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Two of Cups, which is definitely a new connection. So again, I think that some of you are kind of like opening up to a connection here or something that's like much better for you. I'm doing a Celtic cross for these bonus readings like I always do. So in your current general energies, the first card is how you are entering into the reading. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that the card that says don't let your past hold you back is the South Node card. We have the South Node in Virgo, so a fellow Earth sign for you here, Taurus. So that the South Node in Virgo is about being messy, being willing to be messy, not needing things to be perfect, right? And all those other things. So again, you might be starting something in your life, and not just love, but in other areas of your life as well. And it's like I just feel like it's like this is talking about the process. It's saying like things have been messy, but things are coming together. I really feel that for you, Taurus. Like I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before. Maybe not. Maybe it was Sagittarius, but it's like I get this feeling for Taurus that's like, imagine if the past many years, it's like your body has split into particles that you've sent out all over the place. It's like you've had all these experiences, right? And it's like I feel for Taurus, it's like all those experiences are like coming together now. At this time. Now, I don't think this is going to happen overnight, as I always say, but, this is something that maybe over the next few years, it's like it's the coming together time is happening for you. It's kind of interesting as well for you, Taurus, because I feel like you're also seeing, like, you're seeing this in other areas of your life as well, is what I'm getting here on this card. And yes, I understand this represents walking away from things. I read intuitively, and this is the message I'm getting off of the card. So I think even in other areas of your life, like, let's say you have a job. Maybe you've been working there for a few years. I feel over the next few years, like wherever you work, it's like you might see things coming together like in that company that you work for. But it's like obviously this could be a good thing because, that could mean that you're getting a raise or a promotion, or maybe you're making more money because things are coming together. It's like I feel like you're seeing this more than just your life. It's like you're seeing it in other things that like energy is coming together. One interesting thing I will tell you is that we do kind of like have a magic triangle in the astrology from like now until like June of 2028 or something like that. So that's going to be between Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. Kind of Saturn as well, although again, Saturn is going to move off of the triangle. So we have Aries energy with the Neptune and Saturn right over here. Then we have Pluto and Aquarius, and then we have Uranus and Gemini down here. It forms this triangle. It's basically a square with two sextiles, right? Going up to Neptune over here, if you can picture this in your head, right? And so, so even though it's formed with a square, magic triangles in astrology are considered kind of like rather positive because two sextiles basically, and I think that this energy could be making people like you more hopeful for the future. It's like more excited for the future as well. Like I said, technically Saturn is part of it right now, but again, Saturn over between 2025 and 2028, is when Saturn will exit Aries, right? So it's going to move off of the point with Neptune here, but pretty much like Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus move so slowly that they all kind of stay in that magic triangle for about 3 years. So, like I said, we're going to see a lot of stuff happening. I could go on and on about it. I'm a little bit excited about it. I think that there's a lot of positivity around it. I think that it's going to be great for innovation. I mean, it's kind of like the perfect storm when you think about it. It's like Aries energy is initiation energy. We have that Aquarius energy, which is innovation energy. Then we have Gemini, which is like talking about it, right? Communication, being able to communicate your ideas. why do you think for the past like 10 years on this channel I've been begging people to start something new and to innovate? Like, there's a reason for it, because if you can do what I just said and you can talk about it and share it with the world, you might become very successful, right? And yeah, like all that stuff is rushing in my head. I'm getting a lot on this Eight of Cups, if you can't tell. Like, yeah, sure, you could be walking away from things. I think this is just talking about the changes you're making. You have the Four of Cups. I do feel like you have to let go of past disappointments. Again, the problem with the Four of Cups is that he's been disappointed like 3 times before, and now he's getting this new offer, but he's not accepting that new offer because he's been disappointed 3 times before. So he has to be willing to accept this new cup, which could be a completely new situation or completely different, but he has to apply what he learned. Remember what I said. All your particles are, coming back to you, Taurus. I think all the things you've been through are coming back to center. And you need to take what you learned and apply it to new situations. Next, in the area of what's on your mind, you have the Five of Pentacles. Kind of funny enough, sometimes I like the Five of Pentacles in the area of what's on your mind. Five of Pentacles can represent needing to make sure that you don't call attention to your weaknesses. I always say Five of Pentacles has a very easy solution, which says do not call attention to your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. And that's what I would do here with this card. But also, what I would say is that sometimes I kind of feel this can motivate us in the area of what's on our mind. So the Five of Pentacles can be like the fear of never getting something that you want in life. And, literally could be anything. And, I feel that sometimes that little bit of fear, again, as long as you're channeling it in a healthy direction, I feel like it's fine. Obviously, if you're going the wrong direction, then it's not. And, I would make sure you're channeling it into action, like especially if you're feeling fear. So, like, you might be fearful that you're never going to find love or find the type of person you're looking for. And again, I would be channeling that in a direction. And again, people do ask me all the time, like, I have a certain type of person in mind. How do I channel in that direction? I always say, like, you also need to become that person, right? So it's like, if you are trying to channel someone who is successful, who's healthy, who lives a great life, it's like you have to start doing those things without having it right now, right? And so you have to mirror the energy. You don't have to be exactly the person that you want to attract, but I always say, like, think about the type of person you want, and it's like, what type of person would that person want? No one knows what the other person wants. Men don't know what women want. Women don't know what men want. That's the whole name of the game, right? That's why we're different, is because I don't know where I'm going with this, but the whole point is nobody knows what anyone wants. But I think at the, really when you boil it down, is like getting close to what you think that type of person would want is all you have to do with the Five of Pentacles. You don't have to be perfect. In the area of your foundation, you have the Queen of Cups. Every single reading I do for you, Taurus, you get the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is all about following your heart. And then also, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Two of Cups. So we have divine counterparts here. King and Queen of Cups are really good because it is usually it's a very emotionally connected connection. These two, they have a good emotional connection, which is good, like I said. So I do feel if you're attracting love, you could definitely be attracting divine counterpart. Again, this is coming up in your foundation, which is the structure. It's kind of like the thing the whole reading sits on your whole entire month. And so you could be sitting on a very solid foundation based off of doing things that your heart is telling you to do. And again, I've been talking to you about this for months, maybe even longer here, Taurus. And sorry, I just wanted to make sure that my audio is just actually recording. Sometimes I look at my microphone, I'm like, that is in the wrong spot, and it is not recording, but it is. So we have nothing to worry about. But, like I said, I would make sure with this card that you are moving towards your heart. Next, in the area of the energy that you are moving past, you have this buffalo spirit that says the abundant universe will provide. You have this flamingo spirit that says embrace the in-between. I went on that rant about the magic triangle, right? And that is happening in the astrology right now. And, it's kind of like, I'm wondering, we're finally entering into it, that energy has kind of finally locked in, you could say. And, I just wonder if you are kind of coming out of purgatory. The flamingo spirit in this deck is like my purgatory card. And actually in the other deck, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, there's also a card that says embrace the in-between or something similar to that. And it's like a flamingo that's going from black and white to color, right? And so, yeah, I think that, in a lot of ways that we have been in this in-between time. I don't think things are perfect, like I said, but I kind of feel we're starting to see the way out, right? We're starting to see like what we should be creating or what we should be working on and all this other stuff. You know, I'll open the kimono here for you, right? Here, Taurus. It's like I've been feeling not like lost, but normally it's like, I don't know, over the last few months I've just been feeling just a lack of direction, which I normally don't really have a problem with. It's like I have so many things that I work on. It's just, you know, I always have something to do, right? And so, you know, it's usually not a problem, but it like has been for the past few months. And even just over the past kind of couple of weeks, I've felt the change where I'm like, okay, now, you know, I know where I'm going. Now I know what to do. So it's like, are things perfect? No, I'm still a little bit kind of like feeling it. But at the same time, it's like I do have a clear direction, right? Which is important. And I think it's important for everyone. So there you go. Also, in your past position or the energy you're moving past, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Also pretty good. Ten of Pentacles is a very good card. And you might be saying, like, I don't want to move past the Ten of Pentacles. But what I kind of feel here is that this is saying that you're making your Ten of Pentacles more real. I don't really consider the Ten of Pentacles to be a dreamy card, but it is a card of building, leaving a legacy. And, you know, to me, it can be a card of just like imagination, where it's like you are imagining the fantasy, if that makes sense. It's like you have an idea of what this is, this Ten of Pentacles for you. And so sometimes I think when it comes up in the past, it says in the past, this is only just a dream. But like now, you could be working on bringing it down to earth. And that's what I feel. The other thing about the Ten of Pentacles is that there's like a little known meaning of the Ten of Pentacles, that it can represent hidden or secret information. And so it's like sometimes there is information that we have to bring down to earth, or like we have to learn basically to be successful. And I think you could be learning a lot with that card. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this review your responsibilities. It says, not all responsibilities are ours to hold. The King of Pentacles is very responsible, and that's the card that you also have in this position. You have this card that says, you are enough. You do not have to give more. There you go. I think you need to realize that you have enough. I think a lot of people are realizing this right now, where it's like you don't have to overgive. You just have to give the right information, or you only have to give enough. and that's it. And I think you're realizing that. You show up also in this position of the very near future, which is excellent. Whenever you show up as yourself, that puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So again, you're showing up in a very strong position here, which is great. I also feel that this is very good for money. This reading isn't like mind-blowingly amazing for money, but what I would say is it's like, to me, it feels like you're getting on the right track. So is there a ton of money coming in this month? Probably not, but I think what you are doing is you are working towards in the right direction. Again, the Five of Pentacles could be motivating you to get to work. In the King of Pentacles, you're like using your skills. Ten of Pentacles, you're kind of bringing something work-wise or business-wise down to earth. You're making it more real, and that's what it looks like to me. So I do like to see that. In your outcome row, you have this card that says the time is now. It says it is time to act now without hesitation. Move past the old, move forward. I mean, pretty much. Eight of Cups. You have this fiery beginnings. It says you're on the brink of a real breakthrough. Follow your heart and live your passion. There you go. The King of Pentacles, he is very passionate. It's like the thing about those grapes, he has those grapes on his cloak. And the grapes in the tarot represent something that's difficult to grow, but he can do it well. So it's like he has a skill that he's very good at that is difficult for most people. So, again, you could be using your skills to get something to grow that could be leading to a lot more success for you, which is amazing for sure. Again, you have the King of Pentacles, so I would be using your skills. Oh, sorry, we already covered that. I don't know why I did that, but again, I would use your skills for sure. In the area of the next few months, you have the Three of Cups in your outcome row. And so you have the Nine of Cups here. The Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment or fulfillment just in general. Like I was saying earlier, kind of with like the Eight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Nine of Cups is a good card of wish fulfillment, but we have to be the thing that we want to be, which I think this is a major theme for you, Taurus, that I'm pretty sure you get in every single reading with me. It's like all your readings basically say that you have to be the thing that you want to be if you want to have it. And but the good news is, again, I feel like the Nine of Cups is saying that you are getting to the point where you are matching the energy of what you want, and therefore you will have it. So I feel very good about that. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups can be like a perfect match. So I do feel like there could be some sort of, and this is coming up in the area of your closest relationships, by the way. So the Two of Cups is like a perfect match. Two of Cups is usually a person who is different than your usual type. So if you are looking for love, could be a different type of person in some way. I also feel this could start with communication as well. I feel like you're going to meet this person. It's like, it's like popping into my head that you're going to meet this person. But, like, that's the word I'm getting. As in, you could be, like, out and about, and it's like you meet a person and things like that. I also don't think this person's going to, like, hit on you or anything like that. It feels more just like something, you just chat with the person and then something happens. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. It could be very random. It's like you could be just like, you could just start talking to a person in line at Starbucks or something. And, it kind of goes from there. So I definitely feel that here. I also feel that this is just very, again, this is coming up in the area of your closest relationship. So, like all your relationships could really be improving here with the Two of Cups. And obviously that would be very good. Next, you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is coming up in the area of your future feelings, which is interesting because the reading is like rather positive. Ten of Swords can represent like a blessing in disguise, though. But before I say too much, again, we're going to clarify this reading. But he's making this symbol right here that represents a blessing in disguise. So some of you, it's like you could be experiencing a blessing, or you could be seeing how something that didn't work in the past was a blessing in disguise. So I do feel that. Your outcome card is the King of Cups, which is great. Very stable emotions, feeling very stabilized. So you could just be feeling more stable in general, Taurus, which of course is a good thing. The other thing is that, he's sitting in choppy waters, but he's perfectly fine. So if there are or have been any issues that you've been dealing with, a lot of you could feel like you're overcoming those issues or you're moving past the issues that you have been dealing with. So that is also good. The other thing I'm getting here is that like a change in the home. Like this might not happen this month, but you might be thinking about it right now. If you are thinking about moving or getting a new place, I definitely see that here in the cards. Again, it kind of feels like this could be something that happens over the next year, right? It might not happen like today. So that is definitely the feeling I get here, but really good. With the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. It's like I see you becoming more specific. I feel like I've said this to you before. Like, this is not a bad thing, so, don't take this the wrong way, Taurus, but I feel like over the past several years, it's like you have been doing a lot of things, right? And I'm pretty sure I've said this to you in recent readings that I think moving forward over the next few years, you're going to be doing one thing with your life. Like, less scattered, but it feels good. It's, to me, it feels like you're more focused. It's less stressful. You're not, like, having to stress out about this, that, and the other thing, I think you're stressing less about money. It's like I said, this is good, not bad. With the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Pentacles coming up in your mind, in the area of what's on your mind. So there you go. Nine of Pentacles is gratitude, luxuries, pre-Empress energy. Nine of Pentacles is also like heaven on earth, but, coming up in the area of your mind, it could say that you understand what heaven on earth would look like for you. That's like half the battle. We have to understand what that would look like so that we can get it. And so I think a lot of you could be like imagining like what you want out of life, and you could be more focused on it. I always say that the Nine of Pentacles is kind of like a very Taurus card, right? Because Nine of Pentacles is gratitude and luxuries. It's luxuries. Taurus loves luxury. So a lot of you could also just be focused or thinking about creating like a nicer life, right? With the Queen of Cups, you have the High Priestess. Yeah, very intuitive time as well. I would definitely be trusting your intuition here, Taurus. So with the with the High Priestess, and I would be trusting the messages you're receiving. I also think we are in a time of potential. Again, we have this magic triangle that I was talking about with Neptune. And, what I would say is that really, I think with Neptune retrograding back into Pisces, Neptune is going retrograde, and what I would say is with it retrograding back into Pisces, we have one more chance to like really go after the big impossible dream. And, if you have anything that would require a lot of potential that you're thinking about accomplishing, I would do it. Here you go. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, which is great. I kind of feel you're being more flexible, Taurus. This is coming up in the past. The Hierophant is you. Whenever you show up as yourself, obviously, it puts you in a position of power and strength, which is great. But the Hierophant has a certain like rule system. He has a certain like belief system. He has a certain way that he does things. And so the Hierophant here can basically say that you're being more flexible. He's coming up in the past. So like I said, maybe you're being more flexible with your belief system, or you're allowing yourself to do things in other ways. And like I said, that would be good. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups. Yes, very good for love. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, but it's kind of funny that I said on that Ten of Pentacles that I saw it up here and that you need to bring it down here. That is the Ten of Cups, right? Those cups exist above those people's heads. And they are standing in the real world. So they need to bring their happiness into the real world. They have to, sorry, I really didn't want to do that, but I just messed up this deck. But they have to bring the ideas of their dream with the Ten of Cups into the real world. And that is definitely what I would be doing. I also feel that this could have to do with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Again, I get something off of this reading about you like really surrounding yourself with better people. Or it's like I feel like you're doing things to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with better people or something like that. And, that's kind of like what I get off of that card. So there you go. That looks very good. But let's see. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. How crazy is that? I said Three of Cups or something like that on the Nine of Cups, sorry. And you have the Three of Pentacles. So, this definitely could have to do with teamwork. The Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. But here's the thing about this reading is a lot of this reading has to do with your vision, I feel. And so what this could say is that to manifest your vision, you need to surround yourself with the people who support that vision, right? You need to make sure that the people in your life all see the same vision. They're all looking at these Three Pentacles. So I think a lot of you really need to pay attention to that with this energy, for sure. The other thing is, I get this message of just trying things here, Taurus, even if you don't think they are going to work, which is interesting. It's like you might have a lot of ideas. And, it's like some of your ideas you might be like, that wouldn't work. But I don't know. I would be trying some ideas even if you don't think they're going to work, like in work and business and other areas of your life, because you never know. I kind of feel like this is saying that there could be a lot of opportunity in things that you haven't tried before in like work or business, and I would be trying things. But also amazing for teamwork, of course. With the Two of Cups, you have the Chariot. Could be a Cancer. You have like a lot of water here. You have a lot of earth here as well. I mean, it could be like an earth or a water sign coming in for you if you're looking for love. Doesn't really matter. But it could involve travel. So for some of you, there could be travel involved here. For some of you, I'm getting long distance for sure. Chariot typically is longer distances. It's not typically short distance. So, there could be some long distance situation here for some of you. For others, I just get a lot of movement in general. But I also, this is kind of a weird reading because I do feel the energy is extended. It's like saying that, this could happen over the next 3 years. You could be getting very, very busy and moving around a lot and all that other stuff. But I feel it's good busyness. This is, like I said, I feel like this is the type of busyness that's coming in because you're more focused. You're working on the right things. It's almost like you know what to do, which is like half the battle in life is knowing what to do. And because of that, you're getting very busy, which is good. With the Ten of Swords, yes, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, moving forward without knowing what to do. And so, I kind of feel this is like blessings. The Queen of Wands, she doesn't need her circumstances to look a certain way to be successful as well. And I kind of feel that intuitively for you as well, Taurus, is that the Ten of Swords could say, like, yeah, there are things going on in the world, but, the Queen of Wands, she doesn't need things to be perfect. She's just willing to get started on her journey, and she's willing to make things happen, right? With the King of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords, and you have the Queen of Swords, 2 cards. So definitely, again, the King of Cups is sitting in choppy waters. So he is, there's craziness going on around him. But again, he also doesn't need his circumstances to look a certain way. He is very focused. This reading is all about focus. The Queen of Swords, she is seeing things clearly for the first time, right? She only has clouds halfway up her body. So I feel a lot of you could be getting a lot of clarity at this time as well. You have this Scissors card. It says disappointment in some affair. I think we need to get rid of disappointments very quickly and not hold on to things. There's something about, the energy right now that is encouraging people to release things as well. So, I don't know, maybe it's because we're in between eclipses. The next set of eclipses starts in September or whatever. So, again, like if something isn't serving you, cut it out. You have this boat card. It says money or property through an inheritance, winning or windfall. Amazing. Definitely money looks good. I said that in this reading. It definitely feels like money that you're working for. It's like, and also this is long term, which is good. It's like, yes, it's like maybe you think you would like to make $10 million today, right now. And like, who wouldn't? Sure. But at the same time, I think that this is you doing things that are going to lead to long-term success, which is much better. You have this gavel. It says involvement with the law. Yeah, no speeding at this time. I mean, again, all the Aries energy, right? Especially retrogrades, plus the Mercury retrograde. It's like anytime I've only been pulled over once, knock on wood, for let's not screw that up, right? And it was also when I was 16, but it's like it was Mercury retrograde. I was traveling with my brother one time. We were driving along across in Washington, and we got pulled over. It was Mercury retrograde. So again, no speeding. Pay attention. You have the Chariot here, so definitely no speeding, and follow all the traffic rules. You have this broken wishbone. It says, wish will not be granted. I don't think that's true. I think a wish is being granted because you have the Nine of Cups. I think the only way a wish would not be granted is if you are not matching the energy of the wish. If you are not the wish. The Matrix, there is no spoon, right? If you have no clue what I'm talking about, it is a requirement to watch The Matrix. So go watch that movie. You have this cup card. It says you should accept valid criticism. I feel like you are. It's kind of interesting with like the Ten of Swords. In a lot of ways, you're connecting a lot of dots. Again, the particles are coming together here, Taurus, is what I feel. It's like there might be things where you're saying like, that person from the past was right. And I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about like everything, But this is a good thing, not a bad thing. I think you're seeing the truth of the matter. And it's allowing you to move forward. So there you go. This looks very interesting. I feel very good about this for some reason. So there you go. Thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.